Grill the steak by the campfire. Mm. Let's try something out real quick. Sorry if you hear me chewing. I just cooked the bomb ass steak on the coals here at camp. There we go. You guys a better view here. Who's watching right now? Man, it's freaking freezing out here right now. I lost a few people there. Alright, so it's the first time I cook a steak on the coals here. And I'm gonna have this up on YouTube maybe later this week. But look at how the steak came out. It's closer to well done, but because of the cut, it's a, what was it? Ribeye. It's super soft. All right, so it's delicious, guys. I seasoned it, but honestly, because it wasn't salt and pepper, it's mainly herbs and spices. I think the seasoning burnt off on the coals, so it's just like charred meat, but it's still pretty good, and it's protein. I apologize if you guys hear me chewing, all right? I'm just freaking hungry. I've only had breakfast today. I had to chop up some wood and just toss this out to the fire. So, by the way, if you guys just tuning in, excuse my voice. I've got a cold, and I am in Bridgeport, California right now. It's crazy that it's still accessible out here. It was supposed to be impassable this time of year, but I think we have like another week left before they shut it down due to the snow. So I had to come out here, do a quick little overnight camp. Again, guys, cheers. I apologize if you hear my chewing, all right? I have a cold. I'm trying to breathe in at the same time as I'm eating. mm, this thing is awesome. I don't like to talk with food in my mouth, but I have an audience right now. So, if you guys haven't cooked steaks on the coals, I recommend you try it. It's a minimalist way of cooking them. I don't have to wash dishes, wash Scotto grills, flipping utensils, none of that stuff. I'm literally just using my hands, and honestly, I think I enjoy this way more than with all that fancy overland gear. I'm gonna start doing it like this a lot more often now, guys. So I was cutting some firewood earlier. Plenty of down trees here for that, which is awesome. I did buy some at the store, to last me the night, but looks like I'll have enough for the night. Then I'm gonna jump into the Jeep there and watch some movies or something. But it's so peaceful out here, guys. And I'm at about 10,000 feet above sea level. It's pretty cold right now. I came out here, the snow was soft, then it turned crunchy, and as the sun went away, it turned to ice. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll grab the phone in a bit to answer some questions you guys might have. Just got to enjoy the steak right now. This thing is phenomenal. If you guys are wondering if the ashes do anything to the flavor, not really. See, it's got juices on it right now, but the ashes actually fall off the steak. And if you do get some ashes on your meat, it's sanitary. It's not bad for you. I don't want to say it's good for you, but it's definitely not bad for you. It's funny because I'm talking about not wanting to bring all kinds of fancy gear out here camping and whatnot. And I got a whole little a fridge, a dual zone fridge freezer, just to carry my steak in it, and some leftover pizza that I might have for breakfast if I don't eat it tonight. But I think the steak is going to be plenty for tonight. I want to be able to sleep comfortably, so I'm gonna cook the pizza tomorrow on the fire too, tomorrow morning. Mm. I am making a YouTube video for this, by the way, guys. So it's going to be up later during the week. And if I repeat myself, it's because there's still people tuning in. And so I want to make sure they get a little bit of insight of what I'm doing. All right. I'm going to put this meat off to the side real quick. And read some comments if you guys have some. God, I'm chewing so loud. You guys got to say. Boom, boom, boom. Canada is snowy since 1 month for a city. Montreal, Canada. Damn. I don't want to be in Canada right now, guys. Let's see what else we got here. Let me go back in the comments. Guys, this is the first time I go, or second time I ever go live on YouTube. The first time was earlier today when I was setting this campsite up. But let's see. Hi, Vic. TJ3. Dude, it's a lot of characters, but what is up? Where are you? I am in Bridgeport, California. All right, if you guys know where that's at, it's like maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes off of the Levitt Lake Trailhead. Bon appetit. Thank you, French Curse. All right, looks like about 25 degrees. So it's actually going to get down to the 20s, possibly like 18 degrees or so. I need to check the forecast. But what's cool is during the day it was 60 degrees out here, which is awesome. Where I'm from, out of the valley, we have some thick fog going on right now. And freaking, it's cold. It's like 40 degrees all freaking day. You know, at night it dips down to the 30s. It's crazy, you know, so this is nothing for me right now. All right. I think there are hot springs up there, right? You know, I did read something, watch other YouTube videos too on hot springs, and I believe I saw them on the map using Onyx. You know, so I'm confident there might be hot springs out here. I just didn't want to venture out to an unknown place while it's cold. I came out here to where I know it was a sure thing for me, and there's a really nice camp spot that I'm at. It accommodates about 4 or 5 rigs maybe. So definitely a place I'm going to bring some people later on. All right. So if you guys want to come in the future, I'll make the announcement. Bring you guys out here. You don't need high clearance. My Jeep is stock, and you guys will be able to make it out here, possibly even with an all-wheel drive vehicle. All right. Let's see what else. Montreal, Canada, got you. Ni en un. I don't know. That might be Spanish. Who knows? All right. Let's see, dude. You need to make wings again. Oh man. Okay, I remember who you are. I remember. Shit. You got the red Jeep. I forgot your name, dude. I think you're the one, or had the red Jeep. I think you got something else now. And then it's Springs. There are. I'll try to find some coordinates. Sweet, dude. If you find coordinates to the hot springs, just message them to me on Instagram at the trail out there. You know, I'd love to be able to hit up some springs. I was looking at some springs that are on my. I lost you guys for a bit there. Let me go back to giving you guys a little turtle back. Eugene, what's up, dude? Yeah, buddy. All right, you were just out at I think overlanding for Warriors event, huh? You took Golden's Gone Wheeling and a few other guys out to Monachi Meadow, and I saw that it got pretty cold out there. You know, I kind of wish I was there with you guys, but unfortunately I had other commitments. So let's see. Excuse my chewing, okay, guys? So sorry about that. I want to try winter camping, and I'm about to get the Arctic Star 12 sleeping bag. Negative 50 degree to sleep inside my 4xe Sahara. All right, so I got my 4xe Rubicon right here, and I have the power box. I'm using that as my power source to power my diesel heater. And just stay tuned for the video. I'll show you the little setup I have for the diesel heater. It's pretty sweet. 4xe power. It's awesome. I'm not supposed to be charging it right now because of the recalls, but it is what it is. All right, but I mean, you don't need crazy gear to do winter camping. This is the first time, by the way, I'm out here doing winter camping or cold weather camping. You know, so it's definitely going well so far. You know, it's I'm enjoying it, and I'm also doing it extremely minimalist style too. You know, I just brought my Jeep, fire supplies, my food, and my sleeping bag is inside the Jeep. All right, let me go ahead and toss these logs a bit real quick, guys. And there's my Jeep out there. Man, look how beautiful this fire is. It was a nice thankfully I melted it before I cut this real quick to put it in the fire. All right, guys. All right. When I say minimalist, I mean minimalist. I'm literally just out here boondocking it with a little handsaw. I was gonna bring an electric chainsaw, but that takes the fun away from it. Teeth grabbing it. Oh, hit a rock. There we go. Position it better. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Whoops. Phone got away. Rolled out of the way here. Let's fix it. All right. And you're going up next. The wood is kind of damp out here, but it's all right. It's not going to prevent me from having a good time. It's going to give us a little bit of smoke. All right. It's crazy, that little piece of steak I bought, it was enough to there you go. Do you guys want to see the campfire too, or just me yapping? I feel like if it's just me yapping, it's not really much of a show, not a love fire. All right, if I can feel comfortable inside the Arctic, or it's better to get a diesel heater. The first time I ever camped out in the snow, not snow, but in the cold, there was a Death Valley at one of Fly Fisher's runs. It was back in April. It snowed in Death Valley, and I guess you could say, yeah, I've snow camped before. It was pretty brutal that night. I didn't have a diesel heater. I had a little come up, and okay, back to my story. I had some unstable connection there. Um, I I slept with that heater, the diesel heat, not diesel heater, propane heater inside the Jeep, and that was a bad idea, guys. One, I was struggling to keep it on because I guess of the altitude of the temperature, who knows. But two, it got so hot, and if you guys have used a propane heater, it kind of radiates heat up. And the little speaker grill in my Rubicon, it got super hot. It didn't melt, but it could have melted. You know, with a diesel heater, it is so much better, especially if you have a 4xe, because you don't need to carry an external power pack with you, those power stations, and you don't have to spend the money on that either. I think a decent one is like 1,200 bucks starting, and it's one of the lower brand ones. With the power box the 4x's come with, that's more than enough. You could power a fridge with it, and I've seen people power certain sections of their houses whenever they lose power, so I was thinking of bringing a Keurig or an espresso out here and hook it up to the Jeep, but today's camping trip was mainly to see and to try out a minimalist style camping to see how I like it, and I really do like it. All that extra fancy stuff, like I said, having coffee makers and whatnot. I think it takes away from the camping experience. It reminds me of that movie. I don't know how old you guys are. It's called a Goofy movie, where Goofy wants to take his son camping, and they go out, and he's pitching a tent, and then the neighbor pulls up in a state of the art RV. Everything flips out crazy, and this guy, poor dude, Goofy's pitching a tent, and this RV just comes and takes over camp, man. That's kind of what I feel. All these extravagant overland setups are like. Nothing against them. It's amazing, but man, it's a lot of freaking money. And just I'm doing this to show people that you don't need all that crazy gear to to go out there and have fun, do all the stuff you see on YouTube. It's definitely a good experience so far. My layers right now, it's not too cold. I don't know if it's because of my age. They say you're able to withstand a cold a lot longer when you're older. I'm only 36, but if you layer up properly, right, have your first layer like a skin tight layer, and then have an insulating layer, which in my case it's a hoodie, and then have something like this up top to break the wind and extra insulation as well. Cover your ears because your ears let a lot of heat escape. You do that stuff, and you are pretty comfortable out here. Like, look at me, I got this fire. I think I've been colder before. You know, I camped out here just like a few hundred yards down a separate campsite a few years ago. It was June, Father's Day weekend, and it snowed on us. And I was freaking miserable, guys. I took a jacket, and that's pretty much it. But it was like an ice box. I was not prepared. I was barely getting to camping and whatnot, and I learned from that. Now coming here in December, I was honestly expecting worse conditions, and I don't know if it's experience that helped me out or if June was just a messed up month or that year. But it's actually it feels a lot more bearable than it did then. Plus, there's no wind going on right now. So let's see. Last few questions, guys, before I finish this steak right here, and then I don't know if I'll do a live inside the Jeep, show you guys my little sleep setup. All right, it's gonna be kind of weird because I'm tight and I'm almost 6 feet. 5'11". There we go. You're back, guys. Sorry about. There we go. You're back, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let me go back here. All right, one by one. 16 degrees, man. 16 degrees where I'm at right now. I haven't checked, so I don't know. Let's see. All right, here we go. Handsaw works well. I love handsaws. I had a little chainsaw electric one, but that takes the fun away. And this handsaw is perfect. It doesn't disturb springs. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Are you sleeping with monoxide system to sleep? Uh, oh no, don't worry about your English, man. I'm ESL too, so we make it work. Don't worry. All right. So I do recommend you get a CO2 detector. Be concerned about CO2 with a propane heater. All right, so get a CO2 detector or carbon monoxide detector. All right, let's see. How is? Do you have wood floor to add your mattress? No. So in my Jeep, what I did, I actually built a little platform that's level with the risen part, the lifted part of the back, because as you guys know, the 4xe are not like regular Wranglers. There's actually a part in the back that where it's flat, it goes up to make room for the battery. So I made a platform that goes up against that. That way it's nice and flush, and there's only like a 6-inch gap there that I fill it with blankets or something so that my body's not falling into. And I used plywood to do that, and I also got some felt that matches the carpeting of the Jeep to make it look as factory as possible. But there's a company out there called Wheels Feel USA, something like that, where they make drawer systems and platforms to level out the 4xe, and that is actually on my radar here once funds permit it. Because I want some nice a drawer system with it. Right now, I'm just sliding everything in and out on the regular carpet. So it's wood, but it's felt. So it's kind of like factory finish, to answer your question. And I believe I have a short on that. I'm back online. There you go. Back online again. All right. Also, how is inside your Jeep? Welcome back. I'm here to see your setup. All right. I won't be able to do the setup right now because it's too dark. Or is it? All right. Let me show it to you guys. Boop. So there's my Jeep. All right, and here's the power box I was telling you guys about. That's hooked up to the Jeep right there. And I have my Starlink and the diesel heater hooked up. And I have my diesel heater vent that I made a few. All right, so this is where I'm sleeping. You can see I built this platform right here, and I added that felt, and I got storage room to put my winch control. Let me swing around the other side. As you can see too, I have to sleep diagonally in here, which is not a problem. Oh, I also got my little table here too. Look at that. It's all crunchy. So this is my setup. I sleep diagonally in here. And with the diesel heater on level 1, it is perfect. You know, and this is like a 20-degree mummy sleeping bag. It's from Walmart. Got my little Mexican blanket right there. You know, nothing too fancy, guys. Got the Starlink, the hood of the Jeep. So that is my my sleeping setup. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, great table, Dan. You give me my first winter sleeping Jeep 4xe. Yeah, man, any inspiration I could give you guys, you know, I get all my inspiration from YouTube and Instagram. There's other people out there who have way better setups that I aspire to have one day. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go here because I'm pretty sure my steak is cold right now, and I need to get back to attending to my steak. All right, see you guys maybe in a few. Who knows?